Hey you guys, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you about the importance of having a professional Facebook profile. And the reason why that's so important is because all of these new techniques and methods that I'm going to be teaching you in the coming weeks, it's going to be really important to really make sure your Facebook profile is on point. And that way these techniques really do work and you maximize the benefits of using them. And so anyways, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that way I can kind of walk you through everything that I'm talking about in this video. And I'll also put a link below to the document that I'm using and sharing once I'm finished here. So let's see here. Okay, so this right here is called professional. It's like basically how to generate leads through your Facebook profile. And you can totally do that. And it's going to be something that you're going to have working in the background. And it's just going to like kind of elevate you as a person that's like, in direct sales or in an industry where you're selling products, anything like that. I mean, if you're selling anything, I would definitely make sure your profile looks professional. And so let me go ahead and scroll down here to my first little tip here. And this is lead generating by creating a professional profile. And having a professional profile is super important. It tells people everything they need to know about you in just a few seconds. You need your before the fold area on point and working for you at all times. These areas should work in the background and be a slow drip of leads. This also makes people see you with authority. So I read all of that so you understand why I'm really going into detail about this. And so step one would be to get a professional profile picture. So we totally do not want to we don't want to be using our seatbelt selfies. And I know that sometimes you get really great lighting in your car outside and you're inside of the car, and so you're not really getting weird shadows or anything like that. But I would definitely make it a point to go and schedule a day with either you by yourself with your camera and a tripod and get some pictures of yourself. And y'all, I promise you, I took all of these pictures by myself, believe it or not. I really did. And I actually had a tripod for the ones in blue. I had tripods for the ones in pink across the top. I totally did that in front of my desk at my camera and like with my phone. And like even just using something like this, like that has your, it's a phone stand. And, you can kind of back this out and, really, jazz it up. That's going to make all of the difference in the world with just being able to get a solid picture. Also, I use Lensa, Lensa, to edit my pictures and really make them look nice and like, kind of airbrushed looking finish. And the reason why is because anything that's in print, anything that I'm going to put for advertising, so like my profile picture, my banner, any like picture that I'm doing like a pointing pose or anything like that, all of those are going to be airbrushed because it elevates my brand. And so people notice that. And like my packages, I even have stickers that I mail out. So it just totally elevates your brand. And so you'll notice, like, if you ever receive anything from me in the mail, it's going to be in one of these bubble mailers, shiny metallic bubble mailers. I get these in a 100-pack for like $40, but it makes all the difference in the world. And my customers, like, I've literally gotten messages from my customer telling me how professional it looks and how excited they are to get these in the mail. But also you get with the bubble mailer, you get a little sticker and it totally says you have a very special delivery from Shamecca Stephens. And it's got me doing the little, silly pose with my hand and all of that fun stuff. I made the stickers through Canva. And then I got them printed in Vistaprint, and I got mine on a sheet because I first wanted to, just make sure that these are going to all work out. And I wanted to wait till they had a discount on a really good percentage off discount so that I could do the full roll of 1,000, and you get them for, a little bit less and cheaper of a price. But the rolls are definitely an investment. Even like with most of the discounts, I think it's going to be around $200 to get it on the roll. Whereas if you just get them printed on the pages, then it's like $60 for 66 labels or 66 stickers or something like that. So definitely look into that. But like I said, you just want to be sure you have a solid headshot or a professional picture taken. If you're like, okay, I totally can't do these pictures myself, just hire a photographer, hire like even an amateur photographer or your neighbor or just somebody that can get some pictures of you that you can kind of go in and edit and really make them look nice. And so just so like with the pink ones, I can edit the background and remove it so that it's just me doing the little pose. And those like really stand out online and they grab people's attention and they're like, wait a minute, what is she doing? What is she pointing at? What's going on there? And so like you want to get lifestyle type pictures. So you want some of you working and like looking like you're working and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So this one right here, I took with my cell phone, but I actually, what I did was I took my cell phone out of the thing so that I was able to get this picture and I set it like on the table next to me and I'm just holding the case at that point. And so that's how I was able to get that. So you're really going to have to like think outside of the box a little bit if you're the one taking your pictures. You can totally, like I said, take your own pictures. Just, you know, with any of the smartphones that are out there these days, I would get a tripod at minimum if you're going to do it yourself, just because it's going to make it a lot easier. And like I said, you can also edit in Lensa, and it's an app that you can get. Now, I think you get 7 free edits for free, but you can also pay for it for the year. And because I use it so much, I usually do the paid version for a year, and it's like 19 bucks. And so I would definitely highly suggest that. If you're like, okay, now what kind of poses do I need to do? I've got this already broken down here for you. So pose guide, go to Google and Google Marie Forleo or Sarah Robbins, Tanya Liza, and like Google any of their names and then put lifestyle poses behind it for inspiration. So just like this below, you're going to see all of these like inspirational ideas or ideas of poses that you could do. And like you can see Sarah Robbins here, she's doing that, like she's pointing and she's doing looking back and, you know, looking over and pointing. So you want to be sure you're getting pictures like that so that with the ones like Tanya Eliza, she's using these for her video thumbnails because you definitely want to be sure you're the picture and the face on your thumbnail. So step number 2 that I would suggest would be to get a professional banner made. If you're not good in Canva and you're not savvy with making banners and just like creating those, create a professional banner through Canva, or if you're not good with doing that, then I would highly suggest that you hire Christina123 from Fiverr, and she can totally like create some really amazing banners for you to use. And I have some templates of banners that you're more than welcome to use. But if you're looking for something a little bit more, you know, than what you're maybe able to spruce it up from, like, because you're going to probably want to add a few things to even the ones that I'm going to be giving you. And you're not sure how to do that, then I would just hire it out. And you can generally hire it out on Fiverr for really cheap. Now, Christina123, she's kind of upped her prices a little bit because like my mentor that I follow, she has referred this girl like a ton of, of people. And so we like bombarded her when we were all going through a course at one point in time. And so like it only made sense for her to truly up her price. And so she would be one, but you can also look at other people that are within the $5 to $10 range and just, you know, see, like go back and forth with them. They're going to let you preview it before you have to actually purchase it. And so you can tell them and critique it and let them know what you're wanting on your, you know, on your banner. And so this one right here is like an example of my current banner that I have on Facebook. And it says, okay, so like you'll notice normally if you followed me for any time or you look at my profile or check it out, you know that I normally have like a freebie up there like, hey, grab a free lip gloss or something of that nature. Well, I had kind of done several of those type posts in a row. And I was like, you know what, I need to kind of back off of like the just straightforward marketing at this point with it that way. So sometimes we do have to do that if we're running too many events in a row or, you know, just kind of hammering it too much. So I put this inspirational kind of family type banner up, but most people are going to click it because they're going to be like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Look at all these different things and quotes and, you know, all of that. So then over here, I put, if you're anything like me and are a makeup junkie, grab these freebies below of all my tips and guides for applying eyeshadows and learning how to apply eyeshadows for your eye shape. So like I updated a guide and everything. And so now they're going to click this, and this is going to take them to, of course, my landing page. And my landing page, which let's go on a little field trip. And I'm going to just show you right here where all of that goes, because I think that's important. And I'm also going to do a whole nother video on just how to create a landing page in Flowdesk, because that can truly pay for itself within just, like just a month or two. And so it's totally worth it, and something I truly believe that is so important to your business. And so right here, this is, the screenshot that I was showing you all ago. You click this, and then it's going to take you right here to grab my freebie. And the cool thing about when you grab my freebie, so I'm going to just go ahead and do like a little example here so you can see exactly what happens when they enter their information. So what this is, a freebie, the reason why you want to do this, these are called freebies or lead magnet. Basically, I'm offering something of value that someone would find very valuable and that they would have to take time and effort to research out, to figure out all of this in exchange for their information. So like their email address, their phone number, most time it's just their email address, because that's really all we need to market to our people. Okay. And so then get the guides. And so it says, thank you. And it goes through all of that. And then it directly updates and sends them right here to where I have this going on, where I have my guide. So they can save this, and then they can also click here. And then once they click there, it's going to bring them right here to this video that I have. And I have that like embedded in the document. So that way it kind of also gives them like a little mini sesh with me on how to, master eyeshadow placement, all of the things, and how to really use that guide really well. Now, by doing that, that's definitely going to make a difference in like, hold on, let me go back. Let's see if I can minimize this. Okay, so we'll go back here. So you better believe that that's definitely going to make an impact on somebody when I've gave them all of the things that they need, all of the like eye colors, because also like if you look right here, this freebie, if you keep on scrolling, I give you all of the eye colors that would look right with your eye color, and also suggestions for if you like cool tones or warm tones. I give you both suggestions. So the guesswork is really taken out, and it's truly plug and play. So I put a lot of time and effort into that guide. And so they're going to appreciate that. And somebody that knows nothing about glamour, knows nothing about color, this is going to make like all the difference in the world to them. And so it's definitely going to make them say, oh my gosh, wow, she's not just trying to sell me her products. She also wants to help me like create looks that are going to look right on me and be helpful to me and make my life a little bit easier. So that is going to definitely, create customers for life. And it's also going to make an impression on your customers. So step 3 is link under your bio area, under your profile. So you need a link. Basically what that means is create a clickable link to a landing page to receive a freebie for the intro area that is under your profile. So right here, you can see like my name's right there, and then bam, I've got some kind of clickable link there. That also grabs people's attention. So like if you're in a group and you're commenting on stuff and you're interacting with people and they see like a really nice profile picture of you, that's going to grab their attention. And then they're going to be like, I wonder what she does. And then they're going to click your profile. And then they're going to come over here and they'll be like, oh, wow. Okay. So she's like really motivational. Okay. And then let me click her, her profile, like her Facebook page. Let me go to my actual page. It'll make a little bit more sense. So they're going to come here. So I'll just act like I'm coming to my page. So they're going to click my name. And then they're going to be like, oh my gosh, like, oh, this looks so cute. I like this. And then they're going to click this. And then this is going to take them here. Okay. And then they're going to be like, oh, well, grab my freebies. What freebies is she giving away? Oh, perfect. And then this takes them right back here. So I've got it pretty much, well, the same freebie, but it just is, it's kind of staggered in different important areas of real estate on my profile page. And so then they're going to come on down, and I'll get to that. Let me go back to my little sheet here. And so that's why that's important to have that there, so that you're really taking advantage of all of the areas of real estate that are offered on your profile page. Now, the next thing that I want to really point out to you, and why it's so important to clean up your intro area and add links, is because anything that I'm teaching you here is not going to work really effectively if this area is a mess. And so step 4 is definitely clean up your intro area, add links. So add links to the intro area, clean up all of this, and just have the main ways of following you and your other platforms that you're on here. Keep it simple and clean. Simplicity is key here. So you really, like, you just want to let them know, hey, I'm married. Here's how to pronounce my name, especially if you have like a wild name like mine. And then also you can leave like the followed by, how many ever people you're followed by, but then also edit details is where you're going to go to edit all of this. And then you're just going to add all of these websites in. And that way they're clickable links right from your Facebook page. So like right here, this is going to take them to my YouTube page. And then this is going to show them all of my videos, and they can click here and see like, hey, okay, I got it. Holy smokes, she's got a lot going on her page. And then they can go here and they can see all of my different playlists. Now, right now, you're looking at it from my point of view, so you're seeing all the kind of behind the scenes stuff that I've got there. But if it were just, like a regular person, then they would see just the things that are not listed as private. And so that, that's going to be, really neat to have for your prospective customer or your prospective client, whatever it is that you're doing. And then let's see. Okay, so let's go back here. So we're going to click here, and oh, this is her Instagram page. And so I don't do a whole heck of a lot on Instagram. It's not really one of my most favorite platforms to use, but I mean, I've got it there, and so it is an option. Then, of course, there is my link tree. There's my website page. So I do have a website. There again, I don't push too much traffic here. This is just more for, running any type of courses or things like that that I have through here and all of that. So the other thing that I did want to be sure I showed you was Linktree. So if you don't have a Linktree, I would highly suggest you to get Linktree. Linktree is basically where you can create several different links and ways for people to, links to different platforms that you're on, and all of the platforms in one place for them to click and see that. And this is free. So like, you don't have to pay for this. Now, if you want to jazz up your link tree, like this little page here, and you want to like really customize it, then you would have to pay, I think, like $3 a month or $6 a month. But I'm like, free is, ideal if you don't have to pay for it, because it's not really that important as far as how it, just as long as it looks nice and people are able to follow the links and get to there. Okay. And so that is step number 4, which is, like I said, just clean up all of that. They don't really need to know where your work history. They don't need to know where you grew up. None of that. I mean, that's just not really that important when, in the grand scheme of things, when you're, working online. And so step number 5 that I would basically, suggest is the featured graphics stories. Now, they have just recently changed this on Facebook. It used to be a featured picture that you could put there, and I do have to say I like that a lot better. But now, I mean, I'm sure the stories aspect will totally grow on me. So like I said, they recently changed it. So they're pulling these from your stories. So the good thing about this is you can go in and edit what stories show. And because I sell like a Trello board and I've got free guides that I'm offering, I have these 2 things here that are on my page. And so let me go right here. So yeah, so like you can see this. So then you can click on it and it's going to, like, of course, go right here, and it's going to show, that guide. And then they can go here, and then this is going to see, of course, the people that have clicked on my Trello board. Now, I had to recently update this, so that's why it's that. But you can also go here to edited, to edit featured stories that are there. So it just says edit featured, and then add new. And you could actually, instead of like the link, how I've got the link there, you could actually add in you know, other things. And so this right here, I should probably add in my glamour. And I could actually call this, imagine that, all about sports. Okay, perfect. So let's save that one. And then that'll be one of my other ones that I have that'll come up now as well. And so click out. And so now we can see that one's there. Now I may like spruce that up a little bit and make it look a little nicer, like how these look a little bit more professional looking for that. But nonetheless, these are things that you're gonna want to kind of highlight maybe different things. So like for me, it's gonna be, you know, my business testimonials without the product's name. So like if you put a testimonial up there, then you're going to want to be sure that it's just like a curiosity post where somebody has a before and after picture that you're showing. Workouts, books you love, business fun, fur babies, kiddos, family. You kind of want to show not just only business stuff or only stuff that you're selling. You want to kind of show like ways of like different interests that you have so that people can be like, oh, she liked that book, or oh, she read that book, or oh, she does this, or she cooked that, or you know, like it's going to give them a way to kind of connect and contact you and you know kind of interact and start to build conversation. So just know that these are all super customizable and you can really you know do a lot of different things with this area. The more I kind of get used to using it and growing with it, I'll probably elaborate in the, you know, the future. But for right now, these are 5 tips that I would highly suggest that you do. And again, like I said, let me just kind of run through them one more time. Get a professional profile picture made. Be sure that it's something that looks really good. Your face, you know, just kind of airbrush it a little bit, polish it up, you know, because you want it to look professional. And here's a pose guide for all of the different lifestyle type poses that you can do. And then here's basically what you're going to be doing with those pictures is basically using them to create thumbnails and other, you know, promotional type graphics. And then get a professional banner made. If you can't, you know, if you're not really great with Canva yourself, then I would go through Fiverr and just hire somebody for $5 to $10 and get that done. And then also my suggestion of Christina123 because I've worked with her several times. And then step number 3 or tip number 3 would be link under bio area. And I would have that going to a landing page of some sort where you're capturing people's email for your freebie that you're giving them. Step 4 is to clean up your intro area and add links. So add clickable links. And it does actually have like a spot. Let me go back over here just to kind of show you really quickly. So like when you go to edit details, you're going to go to, let's see. Okay, so you're going to click websites and then you're going to go to, you know, edit. And then when you go to edit, then you can add, you know, it'll say add more. I think you can only add 5 apparently here. So I have reached my limit. But if you do add social link, then you could do your Instagram and your Snapchat, your YouTube. But the thing that I noticed was when I did it this way, it would not make these links clickable. So I was like, that's not helpful to me at all. So I just did websites there so that when they're here on my website, on my profile page, so that when they're here on my profile page, all of these are clickable links and they're not having to just copy and paste and then get to my page that way because I don't want them to have to do that much work and effort just to get to my pages. And then step number 5 or tip number 5 are the featured graphics / stories area. And this is just where you're going to like highlight different things like different hobbies, interests, things that you like, you're going to highlight that there. And I would just kind of keep the business stuff at a minimum, maybe 1, 2 at max of what you're putting there. So just kind of keep that in mind. And that is everything that I have for you guys today. So let me stop sharing. And, anyways, I hope this was super helpful for you. And if you have any questions, of course, do not hesitate to reach out because this is definitely my jam. This is what I love doing. And I love sharing information and knowledge that I've learned, and especially things that I've tried that I've seen work. And just know that all of this takes time and it's not going to be immediate. Like, you're not going to set this all up and have like an influx of leads just flying into your inbox. It's going to take time. It's kind of like fishing, but you set the bait and you cast your rod out and you just wait. And then you start seeing them drip in, and it's like so fun and so exciting. And just to kind of show you here from my cell phone, it's really neat. Let me see if it'll update here really quick. It should have said, "Hey, you have a new subscriber to your email list." And whenever you get those on your phone, it is just the funnest little thing. Ah, it did not. It may have realized that I have done this more than one time. Um, and so that may be the issue. Okay, so right here. So this one is, if you look at the first little email there, that one is of Flowdesk, and it says, "Hey, you have a new subscriber." And then of course it has all of my information and all of that there. And it tells me what segment that I like have it set up for them to go to. And that is called my holding tank. And I'll go through all of that in Flowdesk training. So anyways, I'm so excited for you. Please share if you have any kind of, like awesomeness happening, or even if you have a question. And so until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.